You can't count on anything in the way that most people do. Like, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk over there. Well, first I'm going to stand up, let's work on that. And then decide which way I'm going, and then decide which foot I'm leading with, and then decide how much energy I can expend getting there, and whether I'm going to suddenly speed up. If something's moving, you can't place it anywhere because it's moving. It's in transit, and that's kind of like what having my kind of version of Parkinson's plus the leg issues that come from the spine. This book just kind of happened. I was going through some things. I had Parkinson's for 30 years, so I was kind of used to that, and I knew how to get around that and do what I needed to do. And then I had a tumor on my spine, and I had to have that operated on. If it didn't get fixed, it was going to lead to paralysis, so I had to get it done. So I found a surgeon who would do it. But I had to learn to walk again. I had to learn to literally to put one foot in front of the other. And as I was going through that experience, I was taking contemporaneous notes. I was just like kind of jotting down how it was going, and all these other thoughts started to come to my head about experiences in life and life's journey. I thought I was healed. I thought I got walking down and I was all ready to go, and I was strutting down the hallway in my apartment, and I was alone, and I fell in the kitchen and I shattered my arm. And at that point, it was granted that on the misery index compared to what a lot of people go through, that's not much to have Parkinson's, the spine, and the arm. It was not, but the arm was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. So the arm was just one insult too many, and I found myself really questioning this kind of lifelong dedication to optimism and belief in that everything turns out great in the end. And I thought, who am I to tell people that when they have their misery might be far greater than mine? But I'm lying here on the floor in the kitchen waiting for the ambulance to come with my arm, and I'm not happy. That was the seminal event. That was a big event, the falling, because it happens in an instant. Like Parkinson's and the spinal tumor, they're insidious. They kind of sneak up on you, and they get you when you're not thinking about it, and all the while they're working at you. Whereas a fall, a break of that severity of the arm, it's cataclysmic. It just happens in a second, and there's no going back. There's no do-overs. My only issue with I talk about in the book is with wheelchairs. Is if you get in a wheelchair at the airport, and one of the guys wheels you, you give him a tip and he wheels you to your plane. They'll just, you get on the elevator and they'll put you up against a wall. There's no communication. You want to turn around and acknowledge your mutual humanity, but you just luggage. So that's something to get used to. But I found it funny after a while. It's Mikey in the corner. And what I explain in the book is that when this stuff started to all coalesce and the arm was added to it, and it went into this kind of semi-fugue state. I started to look at all different areas of my life. I started to look at what I was afraid of, what I was proud of, what I could accept and what I couldn't accept. And then I kind of stumbled upon my father-in-law passed away, and he was big on gratitude and optimism. He'd always say, "It gets better." And he'd just say, "It gets better. How you doing? It gets better. See you later. It gets better." And I started to think about that and started to think about gratitude. Optimism is possible because of gratitude. Gratitude makes optimism sustainable. It doesn't mean you can't endeavor to change it, but you have to accept the reality of something and you say, this is a fact, this is an actual thing I have to deal with. And when you do that, it gets form and it gets shape, and the space around it is open for you to do other things. But if you don't do that, if you don't accept it, then it just becomes this ooze that seeps into every cranny of your life, and you can't control it, and it just haunts you. Every second that passes, you're in the future. So there's no time like the future. The future I write in the book is the future is the last thing you run out of.